All right, and welcome to Ecom Power. How are you, Michal?
I'm wonderful. How you doing?
Oh, doing great. It's actually warm here in Toronto. Whew. Last
Here
week
too. It
we
was
had
like
ice
the
on the
longest
lake. This time we're swimming in it.
night.
Anyways, today, so once again, welcome to the Ecom Power podcast. This is the Walmart Marketplace podcast. Today we're going to be discussing how to sell on Marketplace smarter. Yes, smarter. And we're also going to be talking about how hard is it to open up a Walmart account. We've talked about this before, but I think it's important to see some of the new advancements that Walmart's made. And also, can you adjust your Amazon PPC keywords on Walmart and how you can decipher how much product is selling on the marketplace? So, welcome to the Ecom Marketplace. Sorry about that. I'm almost said the wrong podcast. Welcome to Ecom Power. And let's see, Michal, do you want to do the bio or should I?
I will give it to you.
Okay, very good. Okay, our guest began selling it on Amazon in 2015 and founded a software company that helped Amazon sellers with keyword research, product discovery, and listing optimization. He founded the Amazon space to be too competitive, and with sellers on the marketplace and software providers, it was just too much. So he began focusing on Walmart. Walmart had fewer sellers at the time, and even today, and is easier to get established. He founded Wally Smarter. That's wallysmarter.com in 2022, which has since been acquired by Carbon 6. So today we're going to be welcoming Lewis Civin. And I hope, Lewis, you know what? I've always just known you by Livin by Lewis. I hope I said your last name right. So I'm sure you're going to correct me, and I will turn red if I didn't say it properly. Okay, but now let's have a word from our sponsor. We'll come back with a bunch of questions. Are you struggling with your Walmart marketplace business? Do you need help from a skilled and reliable virtual assistant? Well, look no further than Virtual Assistant Academy or VAA Philippines. VAA specializes in locating, screening, training, and supporting high quality Walmart VAs in the Philippines. Their VAs receive extensive Walmart training and ongoing professional development and are committed to long term working relationships with you. Partner with VAA and experience the peace of mind knowing that you have a dedicated Walmart trained VA who's up to date with the latest tools and trends in the dynamic Walmart marketplace. Head over to VAAphilippines.com and let VAA match you with your ideal VA today. Michal,
Yes, no.
did you see my Amazon Live? I am completely surrounded by matcha tea. I
Yeah,
learned a lot. I learned a lot about matcha tea. But
yeah.
yeah, we had a Preca Life on, and anyways, we went through a whole learning process about different
You
types of
seem quite
matcha
full of
tea.
energy. Like you look like so
Woo! I'm ready
energized.
to go
Yeah.
for an old guy, anyways. So let's. Why don't we bring on Lewis?
Yes.
Where is he? There's the man.
Okay.
The
Hello.
very early morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. Hello from Australia. That serves me right for living in the bottom end of the world.
Okay, so we have got a lot to talk about today, and I mean, we're going to have all sorts of different questions, and then we're going to hook around, and we are going to talk about a very unique app that was put together by Lewis called Wally Smarter. So stick around. You're going to like. I think everybody's going to like what they see. But I think the first question is, and we get this all the time in the group, is how hard it is, or how do you open up a Walmart account? And we know in the past it was it was an arduous task. And how long did you wait? It was either, oh, I got approved in 2 hours, I got approved in 3 months. So how does that look nowadays, Lewis?
So in late 2022, Walmart made a change of, I guess, philosophy in that they went from a application process to a registration process, in their words, right? So previously you would apply, there would be some kind of interview or some kind of, it was only for the really big sellers, etc. Whereas now you're just answering the questions they ask, which is typically, do you, what Walmart do not want is for you to be a first-time e-com seller beginning your journey on Walmart. In other words, they need to see some kind of a Shopify store, Amazon front, or some e-commerce product that you're already selling. And if you kind of answer these questions, the process is now a whole lot simpler. And the number of sellers on Walmart is increasing at a very rapid rate.
Okay, so it is a lot easier now.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree with Luis. I think now it doesn't make it easier. It just to get accepted. It just the application. It's easy. It's not 3 pages. It's 1 page. So and again, like Luis said, you have to have a lot of experience. Luis, what do you think about sellers that copy their listing from Amazon to Walmart?
Yeah.
Do you think it's a good idea?
So I guess if you're going to take one takeaway from this whole podcast that we're doing, is that it's a different marketplace. And because it's a different marketplace, things are different, which is why perhaps people are listening to us in the first place, and they're not just using their Amazon established like Amazon ideas and just putting it onto Walmart. And there's different customers are using different keywords to buy the same products. If I can make that kind of comment, right? So typically we find more Spanish being used on Walmart.com as opposed to Amazon, and other examples like that. And so when you did your Amazon product and when you created it, you went through a series of steps or research to find what keywords to rank for, etc., etc. You have to go through that process again for Walmart. You can't just lift your Amazon product and put it on. It might work, but you're taking a chance, right? The safer option is to do the Walmart research.
Yeah.
So
you said something very interesting about the Spanish, and it's such a good point that in Walmart people, I see it a lot when I do keyword research for Walmart. There's Spanish. So do you recommend actually to use those words in the listing, and if yes, how would you apply them in the listing?
So what we do is we put words into the listings very scientifically, right? We work out which are the individual words being used the most. So if you were taking a product that was not yet selling on Walmart, I would look for the most similar product on Walmart that is selling the best. And then I would do, if you use your Amazon kind of terminology, a reverse ASIN kind of lookup. That's where you'll have a software tool tell you which keywords is this product ranking for. If we're talking like a dog bed, it might be ranking for keywords like dog bed for small dogs, dog bed for old dogs, etc. Right? And you'll get 100 or 500 keywords that this product is organically ranking for, a product that you'd like to compete with. And then you go through a process of kind of seeing which of those individual words appear the most. The word dog and bed appear, hundreds of times. And so that starts telling you to use the word dog and bed in your title. And if a Spanish word kept coming up, it would appear at the top of that list. And you kind of follow the data. And so when we talk about creating listings, before you can sell to a human, you have to sell to the the Walmart algorithm, right?
Mhm.
You have to convince the algorithm to give you a chance to sell to a
Yeah.
human. So that's why we follow this kind of data-centric approach.
I just want
Yeah.
to go back to that first question that we were talking about to getting approved and how much easier it is. And we've seen a few people kind of upset where they say, "Oh, I got approved and then they denied me." There is a cooling off period. So they'll take a look at your product. Typically, you'll get a something that comes back and says, "Oh, now go and complete the next 3 steps." So that'll be your payment processing, your shipping terms. But during that time period, they have the opportunity to review and deny you. It's not just because you get approved the first time, like the second you hit the submit, it doesn't
Yeah,
mean you're automatically approved.
Yeah.
it,
And
i- it is
I
it is it is it is it is a few steps,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, so I just wanted to bring that out because we have had a few people contact us and say, "Well, they approved me and then they denied me." Well, yeah, they can decline you,
Yeah.
but then what you do is you go through the application or the appeals process, which we'll cover later on. But the other thing I wanted to talk to you about too is you brought up the word dog bed. Michal, I don't know if you remember this, but one of the first times that we were talking about PPC and keyword research, I sold dog beds, and you said, "Well, you're not searching the right keyword." And I said, "What are you talking about? I'm not sorry. It's a dog bed." And you said, "Well, the algorithm's actually picking up pet bed." And for me, a pet bed would be a very broad browsing keyword rather than a specific, but the pet bed was actually picking up much better than dog bed for dogs. And that was just one example that you really do have to do your research.
Yeah.
Correct. Correct.
So on that note, how about we talk about about this? This is kind of an overlap question from between what you and Michal were just talking about, but I just I just want to make sure you can't do this. But you just can't take your Amazon PPC keywords and throw them onto Walmart. You do have to do separate keyword research for this, correct?
Well, what we're hearing is that if you do that, your PPC starts out being very unprofitable, and then you have to start optimizing it and bringing down your ACOS and stop bidding on certain keywords, etc. And you can do that, or if you could access sort of relevant keywords, then you can start your PPC campaign more profitably right from the start, right? And so what we're hearing is that just simply lifting your best PPC keywords from Amazon and putting it onto Walmart is not 100%. There's always a few keywords out of your Amazon, like great keyword batch, that are just sort of budget sucking keywords on Walmart, and people are clicking on it and never buy it, which you would have picked up if you had done kind of a Walmart keyword research.
Okay.
Yeah. Luis, how can you despair how much a product is selling on Walmart? Is there a way for you to know that?
So in the software lingo, you're talking here about a sales estimator, right? Or sales estimate. And on
Yes.
Amazon, there's a number of tools that all have their own kind of algorithm, right? Because neither Amazon nor Walmart share product sales.
Mhm.
And so tools like ours that help you kind of with product research and keyword research, we have to make some sort of a estimate. And so what Amazon does is they share something called a best sellers rank, and 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 but Walmart does not share a best sellers rank. they do, but not for every product. And it's the same bestsellers rank for in-store and online. So it's kind of not a metric that you can use. And so in creating the tools that we've created, we had to come up with our kind of own algorithm of reverse engineering the Walmart marketplace and trying to calculate the sales. And at Wallysmarter, we've got that, right. We can kind of go technical if we want, but we make an estimate of the sales that every single product on the whole marketplace makes based on how prevalent that product is. If a product on Walmart appeared on every single keyword search that anybody did, you would imagine that product would sell more than any other product on the whole marketplace. And the opposite is, if a product never appears for one single keyword ever, you would imagine that product would not sell anything on Walmart.com. And therein is kind of the foundation of our sales estimator, which is basically trying to pick out how many times the product is found for different keywords.
So on the second part of the podcast, just after our sponsor break, we're going to be diving into Wallysmarter, and we'll see what you've crafted up and to show everybody, because it is a very unique app that I think people are going to enjoy looking at and learning about. But before we get to that, I know we've already covered this with, you should be an experienced seller. But let's say we get that by us, and you've been selling for a year, or you've had some success. Do we have to worry about big brands? Because when I think about Walmart, I think big brands. They're already in the store. Do we have to compete up against them? Probably yes. But are you able to compete against them? So if I'm just a micro brand, can I compete in the big brand world of Walmart?
I chose Walmart to kind of focus my business because I was on Amazon in 2015, right? And it was chaotic. It didn't feel easy at the time, right? But looking back, I was like, wow, it was a lot easier than now, right? And I understand that's where Walmart is at the moment, right? Where there's a lot of people buying and there's not nearly as many competing sellers on Walmart as there are on Amazon, right? And so these big brand sellers, they're there. Yes, Paw Patrol and Lego, and they're all there, right? But there is, like there was in 2015 on Amazon, room for an army of small sellers to come in with private label products. So that exists now on Walmart. It's kind of like getting a second chance.
All right. Well, why don't we just take this time? We'll go over to one of our sponsors. We'll come right back and we'll start taking a look. Unless, Michal, if you have any other questions, but if we don't, we'll get right into Wallysmarter and take a look at it.
Yes.
So, Kelsey, finger on that button. Come on, buddy.
We only
Finger
have
on
the one ad read. So, but I think this is a good time to talk about the Selling on Walmart, our special deal today that Wallysmarter has. So maybe we can talk about that, Lewis.
Yeah. So we've got a coupon code to thank Norm and Michal for having us on. And so there's a coupon called Power 30, and if you use that, you'll get 30% off any Wallysmarter package. But the key thing to remember is that we don't require a credit card, and you can sign up for a free trial just with an email, and you'll have full access to the system. Yep.
And that's life, right? That's not a month.
Yeah, that coupon, that 30% off will last forever. Yeah.
All right. Very good.
Yes.
Okay.
And in this note, I want to say, first of all, thank you for Lewis and Carbon 6 because they joined to also be one of our sponsors. So thank you guys for that. And thank you for the coupon code, guys. That's like an amazing deal. And you have free trial. So go try it. I actually really love the tool, and the people that I'm talking to all the time, they really love it and they use it. So that's the thing. People actually use it. So Luis is soon is gonna, that's taking me to my next question for Luis. So Luis, can you tell me how you came up with this tool? Because this tool really have like a lot of really cool features. If you can really just tell a little bit on how, like, I know you got this idea, like, okay, there's no tools for Walmart, but
Yeah.
a little bit more on how it came up and how you actually came up with a couple of, the main feature
Yeah.
in the tool.
So my background in creating software on Amazon was creating tools that competed head to head with Jungle Scout and Helium 10, right, on Amazon. And it was difficult to compete with these very big software companies, right? And when I came up with an algorithm to determine sales at what I think is more accurate than the way the Amazon guys do it, I had a choice either to create a new tool on Amazon and try and explain to everybody that my method of estimating sales is more accurate than everyone else's, or to go somewhere where there are no tools available, and because the bestsellers rank is not readily shared by Walmart. And so that's what I did. I went and established Wallysmarter. It's just a few months old, but we're already a kind of the name brand software around Walmart marketplace.
Is there a way that we can just take a look, if you can present it, and then maybe describe what we're seeing, so anybody who's listening on the podcast will either have a chance to download a slide, or we'll just describe what we see on screen.
So I'll say in words that if you've ever used anything like Jungle Scout or Helium 10, you're gonna recognize everything, right?
Okay.
You have a Chrome extension, which is a little thing you have to click, and it runs in your Chrome browser. So that when you're viewing Walmart, you can press that little button, and it'll tell you behind the scenes what's going on for every product, the keywords that every product's ranking for, the estimated sales every product's making. And then you can go across to a web app where you can do keyword research, and you can ask certain questions like, show me products that have got less than 100 reviews, making more than 200 sales, etc., etc.
You know what's my favorite feature on the Chrome extension? I'm sure you do know, Luis. Do you remember?
I do remember. Well, it's that Walmart makes quite a fuss about something called a listing quality score, and the idea being that if you could get a good score, then when you go and try rank for these keywords like dog, bed, etc., you will rank quicker, right? And if you've got a weak listing quality score, then if there's no one else selling, you'll rank. But as soon as somebody comes along with a better listing quality score, theoretically they're going to overtake you. And the listing quality score is made up of, is your title in the correct format? Is it the correct length? Are your images? Do you have enough images? And are the images clickable that you can zoom in? And do you have good reviews? And is your price competitive to your niche? And so we've pre-calculated, like we've calculated the listing quality score for every product on the entire marketplace in advance. We do it every week. So you'll be able to see what the listing quality score is, which is fun, but you could then start doing searches and you could say, show me a niche where all the products on that niche have got a very low listing quality score. And then we'll kind of say to you, these are keywords where all those products have got very weak listings. And you can, if you came in with a half decent listing, you theoretically are going to get there quicker than anywhere else.
So, Lewis, before we get started on any other questions, there was a comment that came in, and I think it's important that we answer it. It was a Facebook user. I don't know who it is, but they said it's a $554 coupon per year. There's no lifetime. Can you just explain that? Like this is. I just want to let the listeners know the 30% savings is not for a month or 3 months or a year. It's a lifetime savings. So can you just explain that?
Yeah. So typically our pricing without a coupon is $197 a month, right? And that kind of, if you wanted Walmart software, a Walmart kind of estimates from a helium 10 or something like that, it's around $300 a month. Yeah. So we're at $97 a month. If you take an annual package without a coupon, we're giving you 4 months free. So you're going to be using sort of $700 or something like that for the year for an annual package. And then you can apply a 30% coupon to either a monthly plan or an annual plan. So it's an annual plan. It's not as if you're buying a forever plan, but the coupon that we're giving you, the 30% discount, will last forever. So if you were going to be a customer with us for years to come, you will forever be getting a 30% discount off.
So if I understand, just want to be really clear on this. If you want to go and you want to do this, and you want to go and buy this as a monthly plan, $97. If you go and do it annually, it'll be less expensive. I forget the amount that you said.
Yeah, correct. You get 4 months free. Basically.
4 months free, and then you get that additional 30% off. So it is a real, like when we heard about it, we thought that was very generous of Lewis to go ahead and do that. So anyways, it is up to you. But once you take a look at it, which we're going to do now, I think you're going to be blown away. It's got a lot of really great features.
Yes, it does. It does. And you have a free trial. So just try it.
I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share the entire.
So talking about, so we were talking about the listing score that you actually, in the tool, in the extension, what I like the most is that when I run the extension on a page, on a product or category that I'm interested in, I can actually see all the listings, and I can see if it's a happy face or not happy, and that's what telling me the listing score. And for me, I know that the key to success with Walmart, after we literally optimized thousands of listings on Walmart, the key to success is a high score. So that feature, if you looking for opportunities, that feature is really going to help you find the opportunity, because there's so many categories and so many listings that people don't really follow the guidelines. The copy paste they're listing from Amazon, as we already know, it's wrong. So I think that's one of the best features that Wallysmarter have. So yeah, Lewis, to you.
Okay, so I've got. I'm sure if you're on your phone or something, it's going to be quite small. But I'm looking at Walmart.com, and I've typed in dog bed, and there's a whole bunch of dog beds, and there's my Chrome extension little button, and a screen pops up, and at the top, I'm giving you information about the keyword dog bed, and you can see how much search volume it's having on Walmart.com. You can add the keyword to your list of favorite keywords to kind of start building up a keyword sort of list, and then we're showing you every product that's on that page. And in each of those products, we're giving you a number of items across, which are not available anywhere. That's kind of the key here, right? So for example, we've got like a price trend, a price history. At no point are you able to get a price history on Walmart. And so you'll get it from us. And because we're only 5 months old, we only give you 5 months price history. But a year from now, we'll be able to give you a year and a half's price history. And Michal is talking about this kind of smiley face with a listing quality score. And again, it's not surprising that the products at the top of the list, green sort of smiley face listing quality score, with 63%, 77%. And you can click on any one of these and it'll give you the recipe or the formula that we used in arriving at this score, telling them that the title was a little bit short, but it did include the brand in the beginning. And this is all straight out of kind of Walmart's suggested guidelines. Yeah. And so we've got, if you can imagine, a listing quality score calculator for every product. You can see, if you scroll down, I'm looking for maybe a red face, which is indicating to me not a good listing. And there's one there in position 18. He's got a listing quality score of 38%. And before we even click on that, we can see that he's got no ratings. We can see he's got no reviews. And we can see that his title is Orthopedic Dog Bed. It's a really long title. So I know, before I even click on it, I know that his title is too long. His brand is Wind Racing, and he has not used his brand at the start of his listing, right? And so on. I can kind of tell you what my algorithm is going to be picking up. And if we click on that red unhappy face, then exactly, it's saying the title is way too long. It's missing the brand from the title. His images, he's missing one image. He should have at least 4, and we've only counted 3. His images are too small. If you click on it, etc., right? And you can come in here and see how we estimate this listing quality score for every product. The other another feature that's very exciting here is we show you the ranking keywords. So this product, which has got sort of 14,000 actual monthly product impressions. In other words, this product here is appearing a lot. We can tell you in which kind of keywords that he's appearing on. And I've clicked that button and it's opened up my web app. And you'll see these tools here that look very similar to if you've done any kind of Amazon keyword research or anything like that before. But there's this product and there are the keywords that this product is ranking for on Walmart: small cat bed, small pet beds, small cuddler pet bed. There are 275 keywords that this product is already ranking for. And if you wanted to compete with this product and your product looked very similar to this, then this list of keywords would be the keywords you would use in your PPC campaign, etc. And now you're in a web app, and I can click on small cat bed, the keyword, and it's giving me research about the keyword small cat bed on Walmart, and people that are buying small cat bed are also buying dog bed small, and then some Spanish keyword that I don't know what it means, but I would imagine it means something along the lines of like a small dog bed. And you can kind of play in and out. You can click on any of these and it'll show you the keyword information you need about that. And then just to kind of show that you're able to do a product search. So you can say, show me across the entire marketplace of Walmart products that fit into these criteria. And we've even pre-grouped some for you. So like a first timer or a repeat seller or a high cost, high profit kind of product, a first timer would typically not do books or clothing or electronics. And so we've kind of helped you complete, things to look for between $20 and $40, maximum 50 reviews. And when you show the products, you'll see these ranking products, these products on Walmart. And then I was explaining to you earlier that you could use this to find a niche. So you could say, show me a keyword where the average page, if we go back to dog bed, we can see that these are the averages of dog bed. So the average listing quality score for the page was 60%. That's quite high. That means bring a product onto the page dog bed at your own risk. It's going to be hard to compete. The sellers are established, right? But imagine you've got the ability to search in advance where you can say, well, show me across category pet supplies which keyword has got like a less than 40% on average listing quality score, and then we'll kind of point you in the direction of maybe it's some sort of a cat toy or something like that. Stop sharing screen.
Okay, well, that's pretty interesting. I like the smiley faces too. But it makes it really easy, if you want to go in and check and see, what are people doing right? What are people doing wrong? And it's so easy. Just like you said, long titles. Well, not working. And then when you click in, you see all these different key indicators. The other thing I like about it is you get to see, even though it is not a huge length of time, but the price, was it consistent, or were they just doing some sort of sales campaign just to get sales velocity? So you can see sort of where you can come out and compete. And even on the sales velocity chart, I mean, you can see that one that you showed, they must have done something. They must be doing some sort of campaign because their sales tripled over the last few days.
Correct. And so where data works is you want to find someone doing well in a category that's easy to compete with. And then you want to replicate or reverse engineer what they're doing. That's the game. If you can do that, you're going to make money, right? And so so we help you find those niches that have got lots of demand and not that many great sellers. And then in that niche, find the best seller, because there will be one, and then copy him.
But that's what we do on Amazon right now as well, is that if you're going and you're looking through the search results, what image attracts your attention, what listing is doing better than yours, see what they're doing right, basically copy it. And, your tool allows you to do that very easily. So that is a strategy that online sellers use for online marketplaces.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's only up till now you haven't had a torchlight, and so you haven't had a flash, and so you just haven't had the Walmart data, and so typically our clients, that sell maybe 100 products on Amazon, they just pick their best selling Amazon products and try them on Walmart. But it's that kind of a product research process that happens. There's no Walmart product research until now.
Now, Michal, I think you're seeing this, right? A lot more Amazon sellers are coming over to Walmart.
Yes, a lot of Amazon sellers are coming to Walmart because they cannot ignore it anymore. They used to, a lot of sellers ignore it because they didn't see the potential. I think more and more now understanding the potential, so they're coming, or because they know that somebody else is selling their product on Walmart already, and so like, okay, so if somebody else selling us, let's sell ourselves. But one thing I want to say about the opportunities, yes, it is a good strategy really to see somebody doing well and copy them. But a lot of times what I see on Walmart is, because there is no too many sellers, I can see somebody doing very, very well with the fact that he only have one picture or two pictures, or his listing quality is not good. And the only reason he's doing so well because he doesn't have competition. So many times we come and we make it so much better. And in couple of weeks, he's gonna stay behind. So that's like one of the things that I look at, and I like to teach people to find those niches and categories, and because again, most of the seller, they just come to Walmart without giving it the attention Walmart need. So they will copy paste the listing, or many times I go to their Amazon listing, and in Amazon they have all these beautiful images, 6 images, infographic, lifestyle, and then on Walmart they only put one image. I still don't understand why they're doing that, but I think that's the advantage of all the new sellers. And that's taken me to, I think, our last question for you, Luis. What the best advice you can give new sellers that come into Walmart?
Well, so the best advice is, you're going to have questions, and other people have the same questions, and a environment or group like yours is a very wonderful thing, right? Because Norm started by saying, well, what happens if your account gets opened, then it gets closed, and other people have those same questions, right? So I'm a huge proponent of kind of keep your products private, but keep your questions very, very public, and there's no, if you help answer someone else's question on Facebook, they'll help you, and so my biggest sort of suggestion is that if you're going to sell on Walmart, is to stay in a Facebook group like yours, and then the last thing is that it does feel like it's Amazon 2015 on Walmart at the moment, and we think back, no matter how hard it felt like it was in 2015, we think back now going, wow, we should have done more, products, we should have pushed harder, and there's a definite feeling around Walmart.com that it's Amazon 2015.
That's very good insight. I remember 2013's, and it was a whole different way of selling.
Yeah.
And those of us who took advantage of those days, they reap the rewards. And the other thing I'd like to say about the Walmart marketplace, first of all, I think they're really trying to make it. They're seeing the mistakes that the other is making. And I don't think they want to make that mistake. I think they want to have a better atmosphere, a more open forum, better updates. And, you might say, some people, oh, I'm having a problem here. You ain't seen nothing like customer service over at Amazon. Like I have a love-hate relationship with them. I still sell on Amazon, but I can tell you just absolute horror stories for the most minor problem. I'll give you one example. A brand that I own, that I have all the trademark papers for, they're telling me I don't own it. And this has been going on now for 8 months. I can't get product registered because I own a brand that has my name on it, and I just can't get it through anybody's head over there. And I have a customer service person that works with me. So yes, you might have similar problems, but my relationship with Walmart is they are really trying to work with the seller, good sellers, experienced sellers, and that they want to lure you in. They're willing to give you, I think right now, I think the special is still on for 25% off your referral fees.
Yeah.
So anyways, it's not a perfect system. It's too big of a beast, but they probably have been monitoring and seeing where there's been mistakes, and they've got plenty of ways to do better. And I think they are trying to achieve that. I don't know what you think about that.
I get that feeling. We were at a conference. I met Michal in Vegas. You don't get to say
You
that often,
party animals, you.
you know. But it was at this big ecom, sort of festival, which was called Prosper, and Walmart just had the biggest stand out of everyone, and they were really out there for one reason only, to kind of sign up people.
Yeah, they are taking their spots, and I think we're going to see a lot more of the actual people come on this podcast explaining different things, which we're pretty happy about. Can't guarantee it, but I think they're looking at coming on.
Yes, they are willing. That's the nice thing about Walmart. They're it's like they're real people. They will talk to you. They will, they are being amazing with giving us so much support, and always responding to emails, and I cannot never had something like that with Amazon. So I just very excited about that you can be very personal with your Walmart account managers, or your category managers. If you're a big brand, they will be available for you. So that's a good point.
Okay, we got a couple questions. Why don't we get to those, Kels? Where'd you go?
We have a question.
He's gone.
That I don't know if that's a comment or a question. Just had the same with brand registry, and they say I don't know. Okay, so we have another person with Amazon, right? Are we
all right
about Amazon, right? Not
I'm not sure who the Facebook user is, but anyways, so it's not just me. Okay. So it looks like Kelsey got bumped off. There's a couple. What's this one here?
How can we verify with other data points the sales estimate that Wallysmarter gives?
Yeah. So without getting too technical, we're estimating the sales based on accurately how many times we found the product, giving it more score if it's at the top of the page and less at the bottom of the page. So that's the accurate number, right? And so if we're wrong, because there's almost 1 billion products and we're estimating, if we're wrong at an equal error, meaning other products on the page, we've calculated them in exactly the same way. So I urge you to not get stuck on the number of units, but look at who on the page is selling the most and who on the page is selling the least, because that information is 100% accurate.
So you're doing it proportionally rather than the numbers.
Correct.
Okay.
And because we have to make a guess, okay? We have to make a guess that says, for every 100 times your product is viewed, how many times is it going to get bought? And unfortunately, that can change category by category, time of the year, because around Christmas time, people buy quicker. They search less, and so that's the estimate. And it won't be 100% accurate, but it will be 100% accurate in telling you which product on the page sells the most.
Okay, it looks like Kelsey's back.
I have a question about that. Do you think that Walmart at some point will reveal this data? to us about the sales, more about the sales, like, because we want to see numbers, we want to see like
Correct.
how.
Correct. Well, we're also a new company. We're machine learning. We're getting more and more accurate because we get real data and then look at what we see and then kind of tweak it forward. That's number one. Amazon have recently started a trial where they put a little flag and they go like 100 units sold in the last month, 500 units sold in the last month, and they're trialing that. But you've got to, for the time being, you've got to work with the data that we've got. And at the moment, you don't have anything. And so I would choose sort of something over nothing.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
Kels, why don't you?
said Amazon, but I'm sure you meant Walmart, right?
Well, no. I'm saying
Amazon.
Amazon is running a trial, but remember, Amazon's ahead of Walmart, right? So if Amazon starts doing something, perhaps Walmart's going to do it also, right? So that's where I was going to, because at the moment Walmart are making no sharing. It's very private information,
Right.
And they don't share it at all. But if Amazon starts pushing it out, then they might do it.
Okay, we have another question, and Kels got knocked out again.
Because he have some issues with his internet. So Norm, you can take this question.
Sure. Okay. So, is there any way to track items that have had a within Walmart review added in the last 30 days? I think I got it. Can you track items that have been reviewed in the last 30 days?
So we've got, as it happens, 10 different tools on Wallysmarter, and I just, this isn't the best sort of forum or platform to kind of do a detailed demonstration. But one of the tools that we have is called Rank Tracker, and you can manually add a product. It's very simple, and then you tell us which keywords you want us to track for you, and then we go every day and find the keywords that product sits in the position, and then you'll see a product like you chose that little white dog bed, and you want us to track it for the keyword dog bed, then you'll see the graph starting to appear where we'll go every day and type the word dog bed and find that product for you. So that's one of the tools that is available. And another feature that we've just switched on in the last week is a whole set of what we're calling Walmart alerts. And that's where you'll be able to add your products in to our system, and then we'll send you a daily email or a WhatsApp message or a text for any alert that you ask us to kind of alert you to, such as the product price has changed, or a new seller has arrived on the listing, or you've gotten a 1-star review, or and you can kind of set a priority, So we won't bother you unless it's really important that, for example, your product has gone offline and we can't find it anymore, and then we'll send you a WhatsApp or something like that.
So we've got one thing I want to go back and show people, because I was, and again, I'm sorry, usually Kelsey's on and they know who the person is, but I see Facebook user came back and said it's $555 annually. It only allows 5 searches. I want to show you exactly what Lewis is offering. So if I come back over here, I'm going to show my screen. Where are you? Share screen. There we go. There. Where are you? Give me a sec, guys.
No problem. What's the difference between the plans?
We have 2 plans.
That's what I'm showing right now.
We have what we call a basic plan, and then a professional plan.
Can you see that?
Yes, we can see it.
And
so, okay, go ahead.
So the basic plan is really to give people an extended free trial. It's where you're still not meaningfully using it, and very few. I think less than 5% of our customers are on the basic plan. So it is a restricted kind of like, because the free trial is only for 7 days, but some people want a little bit longer than that. So that's the basic plan. The professional plan is where you've got full access and there's no restrictions, and that's the 99 per month. Or if you click it across annually, you'll see that kind of discount appear, just because we're giving 4 months free when you take an annual plan, and then you'll use your 30% coupon, and it'll bring that down to probably $40 something a month equivalent. Obviously it'll be,
I think it's $554 in total. So
correct.
that's huge. So
Yeah.
like if it's annual, you're either going to pay $1,200
Correct.
if you do it monthly. If you
Correct.
do it annually, it's $800. And if you apply the coupon that you provided to us, you'll bring that down to $554.
And you've got to understand that when you do a PPC campaign, you can lose $500 in one day if you if you just go after something that you're guessing.
There is a couple. We're going to have to cut off fairly soon, but there is another question that came in, and it says, is there a way to see how much inventory other sellers have on their listing?
That is, I like what you're asking.
Yeah.
We don't have it at the moment, but I'm thinking if that is something I should quickly build into the tool. So on Amazon, what we used to do in the old days was called the 999 trick.
Yes.
And so you would go onto a product and you would say, I want to order 999 of these. And then Amazon would turn around and go, oh, I'm sorry, we only have 273 to kind of, sell. And then you would be like, and I've figured out how many. And then what everybody on Amazon started to do was to limit or restrict the maximum units sold, right? So that blocked that little trick. So if you said, well, the maximum anybody could ever buy is 50, then I can't run that 999 test. But that is a very good question that this guy has asked, because I'm going to see if how prevalent it is on Walmart that people are limiting their order quantity. And if they don't limit their order quantity, I'll come back and perhaps we can chuck that tool in.
Yeah, okay. I actually did that a couple of times. I went as a buyer and added to the cart, and it's usually would show me you only have 7 left or 10 left or so it does. You just need to pretend you're a customer and add it to your cart. That's the only the only trick.
And that's the difference between using a tool versus doing it yourself, because you can do it yourself. Likewise, you could figure out what somebody's listing quality score is by looking at it and things like that. But you're going to be able to do 5 or 10 or 50, whereas we can do like literally 1 billion. And find the differences for you. So yes, I'm glad to hear that works. Good. I'm gonna see if I can add that in.
All right. So Michal, unless you have any questions,
no,
Lewis,
no more.
I think that's it.
Thank you, for Lewis. Thank you for you, Norm. Thank you for our sponsors. Thank you for everybody join us on Facebook and YouTube. Give us some likes, ask some questions, and thank you, Lewis, for the coupon code. And
that's great. Thank you, guys. And I'm on your Facebook group, and so if people have ongoing questions, I'm there to help also.
Now you're gonna be sorry you said that.
No.
So thanks a lot, Lewis, and it was great having you on. Also, our newest sponsor, which is Carbon 6, Wallysmarter. So that's awesome to have you here too. So that's going to help support the podcast so we can continue to give you some great information about Walmart. So, Michal, you're awesome like usual. And we're going to see everybody during the next podcast in 2 weeks. Any last words, Michal?
No, enjoy the summer, the spring. It's wonderful. I'm so excited.
All right, everybody. We'll see you later.
Bye-bye.